Starting, there we go. Hello. Hello, beautiful goddess. Happy Wednesday. It is our sister circle day. We have not done a circle in 2 weeks. Sorry about that, ladies. I was not available last week to hold space for anybody but myself. And so I had to take care of myself, which inspired the talk today. Today we're talking about unconscious patterns and cycles. And so let's start off with what are unconscious patterns and cycles. Well, our habits, our behaviors, our beliefs, our interpretations of our circumstances are programmed into the subconscious. By the time we're 35, our personality is very well developed to the point where most of our daily choices are running on a subconscious programming, meaning it is in total control of the autonomic nervous system. Just like when you are driving your car on the way to the grocery store or home from work, you all of a sudden get somewhere and you're like, how did I get here? I don't remember getting here. You've been driving on your autonomic nervous system because you've done it so many times that it's just automatic for you. The same happens to our personality. I'm going to take these glasses off. The same happens within our personality. We show up the same way, we believe the same things, we take on the same behaviors over and 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 over again. We get up and we do the same things every morning. We have the same friends. We identify in the same way. We reaffirm ourselves in the same ways over and over and over again until our reality is the product of our personality. And so what happens is we start running cycles, right? We start running cycles that either are positive cycles, they're positive feedback loops, and you grow and you stretch and you move into new levels of consciousness and self-growth and opportunity. Or they're negative feedback loops, negative patterns that are painful, that take you down into lower states of consciousness, that take you down into painful situations that you find yourself in repeating over and over and over again. Whether it's relationships, whether it's work, whether it's intimate relationships, whether it's finances, these are the things that generally we repeat patterns on. Now, there will come a day when you say to yourself, enough is enough. There will come a day where the pattern or the repeating of itself, the option of repeating itself is no longer something that you're willing to do, right? What's the definition of crazy? Is repeating the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, right? And this is what happens when we wake up to these patterns, because we've been living subconsciously for so long that all of a sudden we wake up and we're like, how did I get here? We have 80 to 90,000 thoughts a day. And most of those thoughts are the same thoughts every single day. And so if you're thinking the same thoughts, you're having the same emotions, you're creating the same action or inaction, you're creating the same behaviors, you're creating the same beliefs, and you're perpetuating the cycles that you're creating. Now, what happens when you want to change? You have to get into that subconscious, right? And affirmations, when you're just saying them, don't often work because the affirmation doesn't get into the subconscious mind. We're living 95% of our time in the subconscious. meaning we're living in the analytical mind, we're living in those stored programs. Just like a computer has all those stored programs in the back hard drive, so do we. We have neural pathways that are so well ingrained, so well um, uh, efficiently created that the mind wants the fastest and easiest way to get to a solution, and it just goes down the ordinary way, right? And so you have to create a choice with such emotion and dedication and will that the emotional energy of that choice is stronger than the past programming. Okay? And so the first step in this, obviously, 3 steps to change. The first step is bringing things into awareness. And this is where meditation comes in. This is where journaling comes in. This is where reflecting comes in. Noticing month to month how you're feeling. I've been using this really amazing tool. It's called, what is it called? It's called Beautiful Mood. And it's just a mood tracking app, right? Because that's a mood is a prolonged state of being, right? An emotion over time becomes a mood. A mood over time becomes a personality. And so if you want to understand your cycles, you have to become aware of them. Creating the space and time to really look at yourself, to reflect on your year, to reflect on your month, to understand yourself. What are you going through? How are you feeling in your body physically? How are you feeling in relation to your world, in relation to your life, right? Bringing all of these things up into awareness. Releasing the judgment, because it's not about judgment. It's not about right or wrong, good or bad. It's about curiosity so that you can move forward in a new way. It's about better learning, better understanding of yourself so that you can change how you are creating your life. Because these patterns that are not serving you are keeping you from creating your purpose. They're keeping you from creating your dream life. They're keeping you from showing up for yourself every single day in the way that will move you forward. So once you bring them into awareness, it's time to get really raw and real with yourself. What thoughts, what emotions are creating your reality right now? Within these patterns, what are the limiting beliefs that you're holding on to that are creating these patterns? What are you telling yourself that is stopping you from moving forward? Is it that you're unworthy? Is it that you're not enough? Is it that you don't believe it's possible? Whatever it is, have a look at it. Get real with it. Bring it out into the light, because that's where everything is alchemized and changed. And if you don't know these things, you can't step past these things. So step number 1 is bringing things into awareness. Step number 2 is getting raw and real with yourself. Finally, step number 3, making a powerful choice. So what does this mean? This means making a choice with an elevated emotion that is more powerful than the programming of the past. So how do you do that? Well, you can do this a couple ways. If you're feeling that level 1 victim energy and you're feeling that the world is, against you and you're blaming things on other people, that's a really low energy, right? So you can use anger as an energy that is higher resonating than those energies, right? You can use passion to get above those energies. You can use purpose, right? You can use responsibility to get past those. Taking responsibility, creating your life, holding yourself accountable. These are all higher vibrational energies than the victim, than the self-doubt, than the not feeling enough, the heavy judgment, right? And once you make that choice in that new energy, you can stick to it. You can choose a new way. And that, my friend, is the beginning. As soon as you make a new choice, you're creating new pathways in your brain. As soon as you make a new choice, you are creating a new journey, a new step towards breaking free of those habits. My favorite thing to do when I'm feeling in the out of control is to put on my warrior music and to feel into that energy of conflict and anger and frustration and use it to say, no more am I willing to allow this to continue, and to take my power back from myself. Because as a victim, we're giving away our power. We're giving away our power to things and people. But when we step back, when we take responsibility, when we choose again, hello, Julia, we take our power back and we make a new choice. And as soon as you make that new choice, you bloop, flip out of the old pattern, flip out of the old cycle, and you start changing your life. So, my beautiful sister, bring things into awareness. Get really raw and real with you. Where are you right now in your life? And make a new powerful choice to move forward. This is how we move out of those cycles. This is how we move out of those patterns. And we begin to be the conscious creators of our own life. So, have a beautiful day. Much, much love. Thank you for watching, Julia and Mama. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.